Hello, everybody. It's Max again with Crypto Talk Now with yet another news update in regards to Kwon and what is basically the huge grocery list of allegations that just keep finding their way towards him on a consistent basis. So let's take a look actually at this because you know what? It's significant because let's face it, it's the hot news. And this guy can't just keep himself out of the news uh, for a single day, basically. So, in regards to this, Mr. Whale has brought this to our attention. And if you don't know who Mr. Whale is, I advise that you take a look into him. Um, for instance, he has over 125,000 followers and so on, but nonetheless, I thought that was pretty interesting. So he drops, of course, the breaking news bombshell. He states Korea just released the bombshell revelation that the wallet behind the UST Depegging is actually owned by Terraform Labs, the creator of UST, Luna, and Luna Classic, aka Mr. Kwon. Again, I realize that this is just allegations and so on. We do have to take it with a grain of salt. But this bad press just keeps following Do Kwon on a consistent basis. Um, and I don't think there's any escaping from it at this point. So, for instance, take a look at this. So this is straight from FX Street, and I know I've been using them a lot lately. A lot of times they just, I don't know, they got great news, and sometimes they get predictions right. Of course, sometimes they don't. But putting that aside, when it comes to news like this, they seem to be a reliable source. So I've been kind of sticking with them lately. But I was going to state, it says right here how Kwon dumped UST, as in what's now known as USTC, for 2.7 billion. Again, I realize this comes from Fat Man, who has been making a lot of news with all the allegations towards Do Kwon. But nonetheless, Fat Man argues that paper billionaires can find it hard to cash out their holdings, therefore dumping Luna or UST for USD could trigger a crash. He goes on to mention, therefore, Do Kwon used the burnt slash mint to convert it to UST. He used Abracadabra's degen box, and he is basically stating that he looped stablecoin buys. Um, it goes on to mention that Do Kwon staked collateral to buy UST, and he put it in what was this is a typo, covers the Anchor protocol to use his UST to borrow more UST and put more in Anchor again. I am going to read, of course, more of this verbatim straight from this whole thing because I feel like it's needed. It goes on to mention the liquidity increased and Spell picked up the tab to provide deeper exit liquidity to the UST pair. Now, this is something to think about. Um, and it just seems like crazy about how he went about this and how this was something that just kind of like flew under the radar and we're just now like reading up about some of this. But, some of it makes a lot of sense. But moving further, it says according to Fatman, several Terra influencers shield this strategy to their followers, and thousands of retail users flooded Degen box for high yields. While this depleted yield reserved uh, reserved quickly, it threatened Anchor's long-term sustainability, and Kwon didn't care about it. And again, of course, we know about the whole issue in which, um, I think, well, yeah, Max Maher covered it on his channel and basically stating that the problem was more was going out of Anchor protocol than what was coming in, and Max Maher basically thought, you know what, this is going to be a big problem, and literally within a week, not exactly a week, but probably like right around 6 days, maybe a little bit longer, um, we saw all the huge news, of course, with the May 8th, was it May 8th or 9th crash? And then, of course, May 12th was a big one as well, but it all started roughly around that time. Um, but yeah, it threatened Anchor's long-term sustainability, and Do Kwon, yeah, like I said, didn't care about it. Fat Man argues Do Kwon cashed out 2.7 billion through the MIM UST pool. We covered basically, I think, of the last couple days in regards to the news update on this. But basically, without moving the peg, Do Kwon drummed up liquidity from retail investors, of course, through Degen Box and Spell. So that is the latest developing uh, accusation in regards to what's going on with Do Kwon and so on. It'll be interesting to see, of course, what he posts in his response to this. And with that said, everybody, my takeaway is we'll continue to follow this nonetheless. But nonetheless, I keep saying nonetheless. Thanks for watching today's video on yet another Do Kwon accusation. On behalf of Terra, on behalf of Crypto Talk Now, this is Maximus saying thank you for watching today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And by all means, check out our daily live show, The Max and Larry Show, which streams on a regular basis Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and on the weekends, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. We have a great community that's consistently growing and always engaged. So, thanks again for watching, everybody. May y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.